Our big story at 5 o'clock. Immigration operations conducted across Alabama today.
Federal agents went to Mexican restaurants across the state, taking people into custody believed to be in the country illegally. And that includes a business in Baldwin County.
Yeah, this was supposed to be just another day at work. And when the employees started arriving to get ready for the lunch rush, this happened.
It's gonna be okay.
Francesca Campos, devastated.
It's gonna be okay.
Her father, one of several, led away in handcuffs at an immigration raid at El Patron restaurant in Robertsdale.
My dad's been at work all my life and trying to provide for us, trying to make a better life. And people still think that he's a criminal.
Just before...
Well, if he entered illegally and he's staying in a country illegally, he's a criminal. That's breaking a law. Every day he stays in America illegally, he's breaking the law again. He's a criminal. That's just simply what it is.
11 o'clock, it started.
Come to work, and right as I'm pulling in, I just see about 6 or 7 police cars in a van come pulling up into the restaurant.
Lucas, 7, who works here, had no idea what was about to happen.
They immediately just grabbed me and they slammed me up against that wall over there, and they threw the handcuffs on me, and they were grabbing my shirt.
He was eventually released, only to watch friends and coworkers.
So he was released because he's a citizen, I assume, or he's there legally, so he got released. That goes to show you these ICE agents aren't just, arresting people willy-nilly and deporting them whether they're citizens or not just because they look Latino. Despite what the liberal media says, that's not what's happening.
Loaded into a van.
They had their ankles shackled and their hands as well, which I don't understand why that's necessary, considering that peaceful people.
Because people try to run. If any other type of criminal gets arrested, which happens every day in every county all over America, people don't say, oh, look at the amount of shackles that they put on this criminal or that criminal. Why do they have to go in this tight space in the back of the police car? But for some reason, when it comes to illegal aliens, they're not criminals somehow.
Part of a bigger operation that targeted El Patron restaurants around the state. The search warrant here referring to harboring illegal aliens. For Campos, it's a day she never saw coming.
I thought he was only taking away criminals. Why take these people?
Now, we don't have specific numbers from the federal agents on how many were arrested at this restaurant or what charges they may or may not face. We do know that there was about 6 to 10 that we saw loaded onto the vans. Now, they will be taken to a temporary detention facility in Mississippi and then on to New Orleans for a federal hearing.
The individuals that you asked about are currently in ICE New Orleans field office custody. They're going to be detained in some of our detention facilities here in the state of Alabama, and from there they're going to go through the due process that's owed to them in their individual circumstances swiftly, and they'll be removed from the United States after that point.
This is allegedly a transnational organized entity that has committed this activity.
Sounds like the cartel to me. What do you guys think?
And this operation was not about any one offense. It was about dismantling a criminal ecosystem.
Right now, an Arizona restaurant chain is being investigated for alleged money laundering, labor exploitation, and human smuggling.
More than 24 people were arrested, and federal agents expect that number to grow.
Well, Mark Rebe, Colt Grill is the restaurant at the center of this investigation. We're at the Prescott location where all is quiet now. You can see behind me the doors are locked and the restaurant is closed. But just a few hours ago, this place was swarming with federal agents along with their other locations in Arizona. Witnesses told us they could see those agents speaking with people inside who appeared to be employees. A spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security says federal agents executed 28 federal search warrants at all of the Colt Grill locations in Cottonwood, Prescott, Prescott Valley, and Sedona. 4 people were arrested on charges related to money laundering. DHS says more than 20 immigration-related arrests also took place, but that number could grow. There's also a location in Foley, Alabama that was raided by federal agents this morning. We've talked to a lot of disappointed customers who planned on eating lunch at these locations this afternoon. They were all shocked to hear about the investigation, saying from an outsider perspective.
Were they really shocked?
perspective, they never noticed anything wrong. We also spoke with a former employee who tells us when he worked here, the staff was very tight-knit and the owners were friendly.
Everyone was so close, it didn't seem like anything was out of the ordinary. And obviously it was a couple of years ago that I worked here now, but back when I was here, it seemed like everything was a smooth, fun running operation, and they gave no signs of anything shady going on.
DHS has not yet identified the people who were arrested and their connection to this restaurant. The investigation is ongoing, though, so stay with 12 News for updates.
So I did some digging, and what's interesting is that the first restaurant, the one in Alabama, they were actually being investigated already for PPP loan fraud. They stole something like $250,000 and they used fake documents from their employees, and that's why they were targeted. So the whole restaurant was tied in with illegal activity. Not only did they have illegal workers, but they were also scamming and defrauding the government for taxpayer funds. So what are the chances that these restaurants that are totally fine with staffing a bunch of illegals are also fine with doing fraud, tax fraud, money laundering, and all other kinds of crimes, as well as human trafficking? But of course, liberals are going to say ICE agents are racist, these are not criminals, these are good people. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more news.